Executive Council meeting in honor of the former President Muhammadu Buhari. The expanded FEC meeting had in attendance the leadership of the National Assembly, the judiciary and representatives of the family of the former president. We have more in this package.
President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, former head of state and former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has gone to rest.
President Bola Tinubu has extolled the virtues of his predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari, describing him as fierce, respectful, and kind. Speaking at an expanded federal executive session in honor of the former president, President Tinubu called on the nation to honor former President Buhari not only in words but also in humility in power. President Tinubu appreciated the Interministerial Committee led by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Governor of Katsina State, Diko Rada, for organizing a befitting burial for former President Buhari.
He was respectful and without pretense. To those who served under him, he was kind without condensation. And to those whom he loved most intimately, he was unfailingly tender, loyal, and good. His life was a rebuke to vice and a refuge for virtue. The purity of his private character gave radiance to the discipline and integrity of his public service. Even in death, he maintained the serenity that defined him in life. Not a sigh, not a groan, just a quiet submission to the will of God. Such was the man Nigeria has lost.
The leaders of the National Assembly and others also took turns to commend the former president for his legacy and commitment to the Nigerian project.
As a minister in his cabinet, appointed by him, I saw President Muhammadu Buhari unplugged. He was not flamboyant, far from it. His voice was measured, his steps deliberate, his public demeanor austere.
He was devoted to family and steadfast in his Islamic faith. His humor and humility softened his disciplined exterior. Buhari's belief in the brevity of life and the certainty of judgment.
President Muhammadu Buhari was a towering figure in Nigeria's national life, an embodiment of discipline, integrity, and unflinching dedication to the service of our country.
President Muhammadu Buhari served this country completely unblemished. Whether you choose to judge him harshly or kindly, the general consensus is that he embodied honesty and integrity in public office.
We pray for the peaceful repose of General Buhari's soul. May God grant his family the strength and comfort, and may the Almighty continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari is said to be a steward of simplicity, a statesman, and a true partner in democracy.
The Anambra State All Progressives Congress governorship candidate Nicholas Atiku has called for unity and violence-free poll ahead of the November governorship election. The governorship candidate said this while pledging to fix the long-neglected road infrastructure, open up new access routes if elected governor of the state. Senior reporter Bamdeli Ajayi has more.
The quest to occupy the seat of power in Agwoka on 17th March 2026 is gathering momentum. The All Progressive Congress, among other political parties contesting the election, is determined not to leave any stone unturned. The party delegation, who stormed Central School Atani in Ogbaru Council area, were received by a jubilant crowd of party loyalists, youth and women group. The actions were propelled by a renewed call for change in a region described as neglected and underdeveloped.
We need a change. Only those that have voters cards will
need it badly.
in Dr. Okachuku, which is a deputy, incoming deputy, Senator Uche Kulife, will do well and change, bring automatic progress to Anambra State.
After November 8th election, Anambra will change for good. Anambra will connect to center where things happened. And by then, people of Anambra will rejoice.
The party governorship candidate reaffirms his vision for a new Anambra State.
Things have to change. Our mothers and fathers, our youth should be carefully indoctrinated and helped. We'll provide light, because God has given us gas. We'll provide security.
The momentum was quadrupled in the Idemili North and South Council areas as party supporters, farmers, artisans, and traders came out en masse to pledge their support.
We are so much sure that Anambra people are now ready to have a change.
Nicholas Okachuku Ikukomandi will fix security within 3 months in office because he's a street boy, because he understands how security works.
The party flag bearer emphasizes inclusive economic growth through targeting empowerment program.
And we are assuring APC, assuring Okachuku, assuring Mr. President of Nigeria, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that for him and the party to graciously allow the masses to cast their votes in internal democracy to elect Okachuku as the candidate, we will show our gratefulness.
The party promises to redefine governance system in the state, where lasting road infrastructure are built, equip hospitals, revitalize schools, empower farmers, support businesses, and youth encourage through entrepreneurship scheme. Bamejele Ajayi, TVC News Atani.
In a move aimed at boosting girl-child education in Zamfara State, Governor Dauda Lawal has distributed conditional cash transfers to 8,225 secondary school girls drawn from across the 14 local government areas of the state. Governor Lawal says this initiative provides direct financial support to schoolgirls from vulnerable and low-income households, with each recipient set to receive 40,000 naira in the first phase of the scheme. Additional tranches of 10,000 naira for the second and third terms are expected to bring total annual sum to support to 60,000 naira per girl.
Under the ACRISA project, we are proud to disburse the community revolving fund to 500 beneficiaries from selected committees in Gusau, Bungudu, and Aranamo, the local government areas. This fund is intended to boost grassroots-driven environmental and economic interventions. It reflects our commitment to combating land degradation, promoting sustainable agriculture, and improving livelihood amid climatic changes, or rather challenges. Our communities face hardship and challenges such as women striving to grow their small businesses, youth yearning for opportunities, and rural households struggling to access basic services. With the Community Revolving Fund, we're introducing a sustainable mechanism that empowers these communities to access funds and take ownership of their development journey. Equally, under the Agile project, I'm pleased to announce that the disbursement of conditional cash transfer to 8,225 adolescent girls across the state. These girls, selected from the poorest and most vulnerable households, will receive 40,000 to support their continued enrollment and transition through school. Additional tranches of 10,000 naira each for the second and third school terms will bring the total support to 60,000 naira per person through the parents or the caregivers. A total sum of 322 million naira is approved for this first batch. Presently, arrangement for the second batch of beneficiaries are being processed.
And when we return, we'll get straight into our conversation for tonight. Please stay with us, everyone. That has sent shockwaves across Nigeria's political landscape. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has left the People's Democratic Party, the very platform on which he sought the nation's highest office in 2023. This is the third time Atiku Abubakar would be leaving the PDP, first in 2006 to the Action Congress, after a fallout with then President Obasanjo over succession. In 2014, Atiku left the PDP to join the then newly formed All Progressives Congress, APC, ahead of the 2015 general elections. He later returned to the PDP in 2017. Again in 2025, he has left for the third time. His departure, though not entirely unprecedented, raises fresh questions about the unity, direction and future of the PDP, a party now facing renewed internal strain ahead of the 2027 general election. Tonight, we take a closer look at the reasons behind Atiku's latest political shifts, the implications for Nigeria's opposition politics, and whether this marks the end or simply the next chapter in his long-running quest for the presidency. Dr. Adetokunbo Pearse, Lagos PDP Chieftain, Public Affairs Analyst, Convener, Research Lagos PDP, is on the program tonight. Also joining us is lawyer, Political Affairs, Kabil Akingbolu. Gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Politics Tonight.
It's a pleasure for having me.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Pearse, let me start with you because you were very certain that Atiku Abubakar would not be leaving the PDP. You were very sure that Minister Wike does not have what it takes to chase him out of the party. With this latest move, are you surprised? Are you happy? Are you disappointed? Or all of the above?
Disappointed. Disappointed because the situation is not as dire as it appears to be. And I thought that the Vice President would be magnanimous enough to forgive the people who had worked against him in the 2023 election. Because it seems to me that what we are seeing now is an act of vendetta, anger, revenge against the G5 who had not supported him in 2023. I thought it would be bigger than that, but he has moved so many times. In 2015, when he moved virtually all the leadership of Northern Nigeria in PDP, out of PDP into ACN. And the party didn't collapse. I think what is creating waves now and giving concern to members of the PDP and the general public.
So the PDP is concerned?
Of course. I mean, even though we are concerned, not unduly concerned, we don't think the party is going to collapse. But what is concerning to people now, both in the PDP and outside of the PDP, is the fact that a new party has emerged, the ADC, and it is looking on the surface, in appearance, to be very formidable. And Atiku going to that party is giving the impression, however, in my opinion, it's uncalled for concern because the ADC, I think, is dead on arrival. But the general impression...
if the ADC is dead on arrival, why is the PDP concerned?
No. Well, I told you it's an appearance of strength. And a lot of people in the general public, even in the media, they seemed concerned that ADC, as Atiku has gone to ADC, is giving ADC a lot of momentum. So that is why the concern is there now.
So this is a political miscalculation for the former vice president.
He has always miscalculated. Always. Has he ever won any election? Never. Never in his political career. And that is because he's not resilient, he's not focused, he's not strategic, he's not patient. You know what we say in Yoruba, Surulere, you got to be patient. You got to look at what Atiku did, what Ashwaju did. Look, by 2020, 2021, I think it was, about 2 years before the 2023, Ashwaju was virtually dismissed from APC. Dismissed. Him and Oshiomhole. He didn't leave. He didn't leave. He stood his ground because he knew his strength in the party. The problem with Atiku is that he never really owned the party. He never really contributed, invested in the structure of the party. Ashwaju invested his time, energy, and money in the party. And that is what took him over during those difficult times. Buhari had removed him from the party. But he stood his ground. Atiku didn't stand his ground. Atiku won only one election in his life. And that was for the governor of Adamawa. And he was never sworn in. So, and he never practiced as governor. He never performed. So, we are not, look, personally, I, as an observer, an analyst, I'm not worried. Because I think there is nothing in the ADC. In fact, I don't know if they will ever be on the ballot in 2027.
There are northern political figures in that party. But Dr. Pearse, I find it very strange.
Yeah, it's becoming just a northern political party.
Yeah, that you're speaking this way, because I'd always thought, I mean, from our past conversations, I always thought that you were an ally or a friend of Atiku Abubakar and that Wike was the problem.
I was a major spokesperson for Atiku in 2023. Fully committed to the campaign, about 9 months full time. But everything has to be taken in context.
All right.
At that time, he won the primaries of the PDP. And that is why all I can do, that's my own philosophy,
All right.
is to support the candidate of the party. Look, even at that time, I was by far closer to Governor Makinde than Atiku. I knew Atiku personally too, by the way. You know, I was one of the people that worked for him to get him delegates for the 2019 election. However, in spite of my closeness to Governor Makinde, I decided to stick with Atiku because Atiku had won the primaries.
All right.
So we worked hard, but now, and I worked with him not only because he won the primaries, but because he was pushing for restructuring of Nigeria.
All right.
And I believe that will help to build the economy and build security for Nigeria. So I worked with him, but this is a different situation.
All right then. Mr. Akingbolu, let me come to you. You're a neutral party here, but before I come to you, let's go at this short break and I'll be right back. Stay with us, everyone. Affairs analyst, convener, Reset Lagos PDP. Also in the studio, Kabir Akingbolu, lawyer and political affairs analyst. Both men are helping us analyze the implication and consequence of this move for the PDP and Atiku Abubakar himself. Right, Mr. Akingbolu, let me come to you. You're neutral here. And, you know, some say Atiku's exit from the PDP reflects a pattern of political opportunism rather than genuine ideological differences. What's your take?
Well, personally, I am surprised anyway. Let me start from where Doctor started from. The question you started with Doctor. I'm surprised that Doctor was surprised that he left PDP. He is never a man that is committed to any cause. Like he has done, like he said rightly, that the only election he has ever won was the 1999 governorship election in Adamawa State, and he was never sworn in. He has always been an appendage to a politician. He was in the Yaradua group. He was one of the foundation member of PDP, and people thought he was strong then. And from then, he moved to ACN to contest for president under Obasanjo in 2007 or thereabout. He lost after losing. He came back to PDP. He was there for some time. After he lost out, he came back to APC. After he lost out from getting the ticket, he went back to PDP, and now he's back in ADC. To me, it's just like a prostitute that people have known all alive to be a prostitute, and you still want to, you know, take him home. It's left for the man.
Let's be
you understand?
mindful of the terms.
Yes,
Dr.
you understand. Yeah. So when we talk about this, I'm not saying it's a prostitute. What we are saying is somebody who is not stable. You understand? And when you talk of political opportunism, exactly what it is.
So Minister Wike was right when he said, for Atiku Abubakar, this is not about the stability and growth of the party.
No,
it was about
it's about personal
interest and ambition.
Yes, personal interest. You know, in Nigeria, politicians don't really mean There is no, we don't practice ideological democracy here. People just join the bandwagon. They just want to be a politician. They just want to be in office. However, whichever way they get it, so far they can get it. Whether it's through any political party, whether no or no, or no, whether through crooked or otherwise. Now, this is what, when you look at it, you will see that the trend is a personal thing. It's not about having ideology. It's not about having policies. It's not about having one convincing manifesto. You understand that? Oh, this is what I want to do differently. When he was under Obasanjo, he ran the economy of Nigeria for more than 4 years under the Bureau of Public Enterprises, and we couldn't see him. He had all the opportunity then to sell himself to Nigerians. Do you understand? But now he didn't do it. Now, having jumped from one party to the other to another party about 4 times now, to me, I don't think anybody can take him very serious as a politician that wants to win an election. So it's not about if I cannot get it, I will destroy it. No, but it's looking like that now. As a politician, you must have your eye on the ball. Through other means, if your eye is on the ball, if it is all about governance, get the right person to be there, or let my party win. That has not always been his game. His game is, if not me, it might not be another person. That has been the way I perceive him anyway.
All right, Dr. Pearse, to be fair on the former vice president, how rewarding is it staying in a party that is this fractured? I mean, you personally have not shown any sign of leaving the party, and you are of the Lagos PDP, a party or a chapter of the party that is so divided and has shown that, I mean, there is no more relevance within the Lagos chapter of the PDP. How rewarding is it to, I mean, still be in this party?
It's a question of commitment, it's a question of resilience, it's a question of having a philosophy. I could have been in ACA, and I'm sure you know how close I was to President Tinubu. I could have been very comfortable, both politically and financially, but I believe in the philosophy of restructuring Nigeria, which is the basic philosophy. Has not moved? I cannot speak for Chief Body Judge. I can only speak for myself. And I believe in that philosophy of restructuring Nigeria. And that's why I have stuck to the party. You see, the party has problems. Is that the time for a leader to leave? Your roof is leaking. You run away from the house instead of fixing the house. You are the captain of a ship. You have turbulence at sea. You jump ship. What kind of a human being are you? You understand me? So this is why, indeed, what propelled Atiku to leave now started during the 2023 election, and of course, took more form after the election because he realized that he could not get the nomination in 2027. In fact, I was approached by the Atiku camp that this was like 6 months or 9 months after the election, after 2023 election, that Atiku was going to form a mega party. And they'd already secured a structure. They have a chairman from the north, chairman from the south, they have geopolitical chairmen, and they were now looking for state chairmen. And they asked me to be the Lagos State chairman of that mega party. And I consulted with leaders of the party, members of the party, and they advised me that, look, Atiku is just looking for another platform. And therefore, it doesn't make sense to go with him. He never had a mega, but now he has gone to ADC. ADC doesn't even exist. It just shows you how desperate he is. So, I tell our people that talk about, oh, Atiku has gone to ADC. You follow him to ADC. If he has not won any election in his prime, is it now that he's almost 90 years old that he's going to win an election?
Anything can happen when it comes to politics.
No. My
question is,
there is no magic. There is no magic in politics. If you understand the way it works, you can tell. If this goes like this, it's likely for this to happen. No magic. ADC, as of now, is not even a registered party because These members, these people who are going into ADC are not members of ADC. Who give them party card? I think it is a suspended national chairman. So the party has problems. And Obi went in saying he's going to be he's ready to be a for one-term president.
Yes. And Rotimi Amaechi as well.
How can you go into a party talking, and Atiku has said he is ready for primaries. So he believes he is likely to win the primaries if there's ever one, because most of the people who are going in there are Atiku supporters.
Right, but was there any attempt by the party to perhaps reconcile with him before his departure?
Well, you see, when Atiku, let's say in 2019, no, before then, whenever he wins an election and gets the ticket, he does not stay behind to lead the party into preparing for the next election.
Okay.
He absconds. So that is what gave room for people like Wike to take over the party in 2015. Because as soon as Jonathan lost the election, he left. He went to his village. So it was a vacuum. So people like Wike took over. This is the same thing Atiku does every time.
Is Wike vindicated today?
Look, there are actions that could say he's vindicated, but Wike has shown himself to be a disreputable, a disgraceful human being. So he has nothing to say.
Let's be careful with our words.
No,
let me go to Mr.
He has
Akingbolu.
nothing to say about anything going on in PDP.
Let me go to Mr. Akingbolu. How do you think this exit, I mean Atiku's exit, will affect the political strength of especially in the north? Yes.
Of the PDP?
Yes.
I don't think it can affect it because, more or less, this political thing, like they will say, soldier go, soldier come. As he's leaving PDP, other people are also coming to PDP. It's cross-carpeting around. Do you understand? Yeah, former vice president doesn't. There are a lot of former vice presidents. There are a lot of former presidents, in fact. Do you understand? And you can see when, you have to be strategic. Like Doctor has said, he has never been a good calculator. He has not been calculating very well. You understand? I'm not trying to praise the president. You understand? I'm not a politician. But you see, the president always acts like a bat. President Tinubu is a strategist. He understands the game. Even when all factors seem to be against him, he knows how to, get back. Look at the 2023 election. He went there and then nobody thought he could be. But now, what I'm saying, as a politician, you should know what card to play, at what time, and in which way. You don't just dabble and, just going in and out of one political party and you want people to take you seriously. And again, the problem, just like Doctor is observing, but in another way, I'm going to observe that the ADC we are talking about, they contain a bunch of strange bedfellows. Do you understand? That are never friends. They have parallel ideas that can never meet at any point. Let me ask you, who amongst between El-Rufai, Amaechi, Atiku Abubakar, Obi, all of them, amazing credentials, who amongst them will say, I am not interested in becoming Nigeria president? None of them. They have all they were all governors. They have all had good political offices and all that. Now, nobody will bow down for the other. Atiku in 2015 said, oh, if I didn't win, I will not leave. But he left APC. So if they do the primary election and he didn't win again, he's not going to stay there. You understand?
You don't see Atiku Abubakar becoming a vice presidential candidate to Peter Obi.
It will never happen. Nigerians are not like that. That, where I have been 25 years ago, I will come and occupy it again. No. If others could be, they will not, even Obi will not agree to take vice presidential position. And maybe Amaechi or El-Rufai, but the two of them, because both of them believe I am a captain of the match. I know what I am doing. I have followership. I have the population.
And you don't think
I have
they
the
must have
popularity.
learned from their personal failures in 2023?
No, you see, Nigerian politicians, they never believe that they failed or that it's their personal, action. They believe that people made them to fail. And they said, knowing that I have a problem is the beginning of wisdom. But that somebody is my problem is the beginning of failure itself. So when you are thinking that, oh, my misfortune was caused by some people who didn't like me. Then where are you going with that? Atiku has not been able to sit down to know where am I going wrong, how am I going to get it. And again, I should think by now he should have given up the dream of becoming the president. It's not impossible, given what happened to Tinubu or what happened to the late president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, may God rest his soul. However, it's not the way they followed it. Buhari had no money; he remained in CPC. All right. He had no followership; he remained in. People are now saying, "Oh, you don't have money, you don't have platform, you don't have popular platform. You are still having 2-point-something million votes." Then, if you have a platform, if you have followership, if you have people who can support you with finances and other things, then you will get it. And he got it. But is Atiku the same way? Like the G5 we talk about, doctors say, I disagree with doctors that, oh, it's because of G5. Who caused the problem of G5? They say, simple demand, remove this man as the chairman, we will be with you. At the end of the day, when he lost the election, he removed the man.
All right, just,
it doesn't make sense at all.
Governor Makinde has said Atiku's exit from the PDP is inconsequential. But Dr. Pearse, how does the party plan to re-strategize in light of these developments, especially regarding national outreach? PDP had 11 governors. Now, let me give you the list. You have them, but let me reiterate. Adamawa State, Madufintiri, Akwa Ibom, Umoeno, gone. Bauchi, Bala Muhammad, Bayelsa, Dire, about to go.
Who said so?
Okay. Okay.
Who said so?
Going. No going back. That is going to join APC.
Going. No, it's not. It's what he says.
The aides to the governor of Bayelsa
don't count people who are still in the party. That is very bad.
I'm giving you the list of those who are still in the party and those who have gone. Okay. Seyi Makinde, Oyo State, Caleb Motfwang, Siminalayi Fubara, here or there. Taraba Abu Kefas, Dauda Lawal Zamfara. So, how does the party plan to re-strategize in line of this? In light of this development?
Listen. There are only two political parties in Nigeria: APC, PDP. Okay. No matter what happens in 2027, those are the two strongest parties. Okay. APC is having its problems. We're having our problems. Let me tell you something.
But both parties are handling the issues differently.
All of them are having problems. You don't know how. Exactly. You don't know how this is going to end. That's the way politics is. Let us see how it happens. In my own opinion, by the time we get to 2027, whoever emerges as the presidential candidate of the PDP is going to be the next president of Nigeria, no matter what Bola Ahmed Tinubu does. I really believe that. I said it on this program more than once. We shall see. It's very possible. You see, Atiku wanted to stay in PDP to vie for tickets.
Dr. Pearse,
listen. Let me finish this thought. Right. You see, him staying in PDP to vie for tickets in 2027 when the zoning formula may not favor the North. When, in fact, the general climate in Nigeria is that the ticket it should be zoned to the South in this next election. That is what everybody is saying in PDP. So why does he want to stay there? So his living may actually be a benefit to the party because of the problems. Many people who are going with Atiku now into ADC would have stayed in PDP and be working against the party from within. That is dangerous. I remember what Senator Saraki said recently, that look, more people are going to go. It's better they go now than in the year of election. So we know who is left. We can strategize. I can tell you this. We're having, you remember May 27, everybody thought we're not going to have a NEC meeting because Wike locked us out of our building. We had a NEC meeting because the building is not the only building that we can have a meeting. We had the NEC meeting. When was it again? We have planning the 100 meeting of the NEC. They said nobody's going to have this meeting. We managed, we had the meeting. PDP is overcoming its problems. Those are serious problems, not one man leaving the party. When we have this July 23rd NEC meeting, and we confirm our Congress, our convention, where we will elect a substantive national chairman, hopefully from the north, that will determine where the presidency will go.
All right.
And therefore, the party is on course, solving its problem one step at a time, in a democratic way, in a systematic way. That's the way PDP is going.
All right, Dr.
Individual living in the party is not the same as the people, members of the party living. You remember what happened to Okowa? He left with his governor. When they went to announce that they were leaving for APC, they shouted them down. People say we are not going with you.
If time permits us, Dr. P, I would like to come back to you because I would like to know how Minister Wike gained so much control within the PDP and who enabled it. But quickly, Mr. Akingbolu, how much of this conflict is rooted in the North-South zoning debate for the 2027 presidency? I mean, some say this is the North trying to bully the South when it comes to political dominance.
Well, you see, when you talk about this, it can be correct. Let me tell you, it's just like the Yoruba proverb that whoever is being pursued by masquerade should not get tired, because the masquerade also will get tired one time. Do you understand? As people are wise in the husband's house, so they are wise in the concubine's house. Now, let me tell you, if you look at it from critically, the way PDP is planning, the doctor is very sure that they are going to win. It's the way Labour Party is planning, that they are sure also going to win. It's the same way APC is planning in a different way. ADC is also planning in a different way. Like Bola Ige said in those days that all the political parties are just 5 hands of a leper. I call this one also a hand of a leper. That the seeming peace in ADC is simulated piece of the graveyard. Because when you look at it at the time, they are just pressing this thing. By the time they come together fully, you are going to see a lot of things. Tinubu is a strategist. You understand? Forget the fact that he's in power. Even when he's not in power, he has the strategy, he has the knowledge, he has the way to do things and make things work very well.
But for the PDP, Mr. Akingbolu, what kind of leadership or behavior do you think the PDP needs right now?
They need party discipline. You understand? You made mention of something that Wike was controlling the party. Let me tell you, doctor may not like this. There is nothing anybody can do that will make Wike to lose control of the party. When all those that matters left, it remained only Wike. It remained only Wike. Wike was the one sponsoring the party with his money and all that. Up to today, because to me, I would have expected Wike to have been expelled long ago. But they did not do that. Why are they keeping him? And he's no longer, he is with you. Yes, he's not with you. It's just one leg in, one leg out. We know, even if you are thinking, oh, if he goes, he can do more damage. That's why the PDP could not send him away. However, it's not 100% supporting them. So where are we? So Wike seem to be like the bird that is bigger than everybody in PDP. And that is what it's looking like.
And if you are saying it is not so. Mr. Akingbolu, recently I heard some PDP chieftains saying Wike has shown them another angle of politics in Nigeria. Some of them have said that we will stay in the PDP. I don't know if Dr. Pearse has heard it. They will stay in the PDP and work for ADC. He
said it, you understand? And he has been doing it. He did it in 2023. If you say he cannot...
I'm not talking about Wike now. Some PDP chieftains are saying this is the new way to go.
Oh, yes.
This is the way to go.
You know, yes, of course, you cannot blame them because Nigerian politicians or even politicians anyway, ask them why do they join politics. Most of them, especially in Africa, they join politics because of themselves. No serious ideological thing.
So, Dr. Pearse, ahead of the PDP's convention, what kind of leadership or behavior do you think? You are an insider. What kind of leadership do you think the PDP needs right now?
There are also members of our party who think the way you think, that Wike is in control of PDP.
That's not my opinion, Dr. Pearse.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The lawyer said it. You also said it before we went on break that he has so much power in PDP. You see, he has the appearance of power in PDP. The fact that we have not formally expelled him from the party does not mean...
Okay, he's been unofficially expelled.
Definitely, long time ago. Listen, let's just be honest with ourselves. If somebody says, as he has said, that he's going to work for Tinubu in the next election, do you think that people in PDP will condone that? No. The way we deal with things in PDP is different. Personally, I would have said, let's just officially expelled the guy. There is no way he controls PDP now.
All right.
The only power he had in PDP was Anyanwu as the national secretary of the party. Now, notice what happened. When Damagun said Anyanwu can come back, what did Wike say? Wike said you have no right to tell him to come back because Wike has seen that they have read through his tricks. Damagun, Senator Anyanwu will come back just to sign papers. He's not in control of anything.
Okay.
We are going to have a national convention. The leaders out of 17...
the national convention, what kind of leadership or behavior do you think your party needs now?
I told you, ahead of the convention, so long as we have a hitch-free NEC meeting on the 23rd of this month, July, and we officially announce our national convention in August or September, where we will have, we will vote for, elect a substantive national chairman to replace Damagun. PDP is on track.
Right.
We don't determine one person or the other. You understand me?
I do.
People like me now, I am the convener of National Support Group for Makinde for President. I'm only one person campaigning for somebody, unofficially, really, because we have not got the timetable to start campaigning. So we're just saying our interest. Now, once we have our national convention, which will be determined, the date will be determined in August or September for president, what is left? Whoever wins that primary, you understand me? This is PDP.
Can you confirm if Governor Adeleke would believe in the party?
I cannot confirm. I heard some people say he has left, some people say he wants to leave. It doesn't matter.
How much damage would that do to South?
No, look. Is he bigger than Atiku?
All right.
He's not bigger than Atiku.
Well, sadly, we're out of time.
Therefore, it doesn't matter who leaves the party, so long as the members of the party are there. That individual is only one vote. The members of the PDP are strictly, solidly behind the party.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Dr. Atiku Pearse, thank you so much for your time on the program. Public Affairs Analyst, Convener, Reset Lagos PDP. And thank you so much, Mr. Kabir Akingbolu. Thank you so much for your time. I wish PDP all the best, Dr. Pearse.
Thank you very much.
You must be doing with APC, you doing with Labour Party or SDP?
Thank you. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that the views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumoke using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG. I'm Olajumoke Olatunji. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, everyone.